Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, back for my post-market wrap-up on this lovely day. Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018. So, look, I want to cover a bunch of things here with you. I honestly don't even know where to start. How about this? Today, we got kind of a repeat performance of what we witnessed yesterday. And I'm talking about in-our-face rigging of the stock market. And I want to take that to another level as well. So this market, earlier in the video that I did, I explained to you how stocks were higher than nothing like the close. The Dow Jones Industrial Average put on nearly 400 points. But at that time, the market was struggling for direction. Bonds were selling off end. If you were watching the bond market, like I said you should, on my website, there's a live chart there. You saw several attempts where they tried to prop up that bond market. Well, it really didn't work. They hit it over and over again several times. Couldn't prop up those bonds. So what did they do? Around noon today, Pacific Standard Time, stocks were under a little bit of pressure, and then within the blink of an eye, the markets just turned around and a buying spree exploded again and pushed stocks up substantially at that point. That was, again, the same kind of scenario that we saw yesterday. They couldn't prop up that bond market, so they got in there and bought up stocks. Fake, all right? It's absolutely freaking fake. Let's talk about another thing that's fake, just in case you need to be reminded of how fake this market is. I don't know how many of you were following the Spotify IPO. Well, you know, there's all the drama that happens before the stock starts to trade. It's kind of interesting, actually, but I'm not going to go into the specifics of it. All of a sudden, boom, you know, Spotify starts to trade, and then it vaults higher, like 25% in the blink of an eye. Now, I want you to think about something. When was the last time that you can remember? It has to be years, because I can't not remember one time in the last several years where an IPO opened and then immediately went lower. Can you remember a time? Because if you can, please post it here. I cannot remember when that has happened. What this does, understand, the underwriter of the IPO makes an obscene amount of cash when action like today happens, and it's repeated over and over again. An IPO comes out, and all of a sudden, they don't go down anymore. They automatically start to go up by huge amounts. I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4%. We're talking 10, 20, 30, 40%. So the underwriter rigs it in such a way that, and this is part of the rigged game, that they make it obscene, and I mean that, amount of cash like with today, right off the bat. Then they don't care. Once the IPO opens up, then they can sell their shares, and that's exactly what happened today with Spotify. Understand, when an IPO is done, when these shares are now offered to the public, if it were done in a proper way, the way it's supposed to work is the stock doesn't move too much. You know, a little bit up and or down. But when you see a move like this, and we've been seeing it over and over and over again, it's just not real. It's not being priced correctly, so the underwriter can reap insane amounts of profits. This is part of the market rigging. It's just so in our face, people. It's out of control. We actually have to start laughing at what we are witnessing here. The market, again, will not be allowed, probably never anymore, I don't know, to find fair value when we have world central banks that continue to rig the debt market. Understand, how insane is it that the Federal Reserve raised interest rates a couple of weeks ago, remember? And since that time, interest rates have dropped. I mean, that just shows you that, you know, there's something very wrong here. Seriously, I know you get it, but it's laughable. And again, the Confederacy of Dunces, they don't talk about any of this. They don't want you to know about it. You can't know about it because the illusion has to be kept real. Oh no, the market is not rigged. Everything is normal. IPOs, oh yeah, it's normal for an IPO to never go down. They all go up 10, 20, 30% right out of the hole. So, you know, multimillionaires are created in the blink of an eye. You understand? And the underwriter gets insanely wealthy. That's the rigging of this market, people. It is off the freaking Richter scale. You knew I was going to say that too. I love all of you. I really, really do. Anyway, so it's just so crazy, isn't it? They couldn't prop up that bond market, so they bought up stocks all at the same time too. It was incredible. If you were watching it like me, my phone was ringing like crazy. All my friends calling me, Greg, did you see this? Greg, did you see what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, of course I see it. I'm sitting here. I'm watching it all day long. I have some life, huh? Sitting here in front of a computer screen all day long watching stock charts. Well, you know, we all got to do something, right? Anyway, I hope you got a kick out of this. This is so fake. It is so monumentally, freaking ridiculously fake. Everything from IPOs to the bond market to the stock market to precious metals, currencies, you name it, housing. Nothing is real. We are in fantasy land, fantasy land. That's where you are, my friend. All right, with that said, don't worry, I'm right here with you. You and me are in fantasy land together. What fun. I'm going to get a hat or something and wear it. It's going to say, I am in fantasy land. And you should do the same thing too. When you watch my videos, we're going to start putting hats on. And it's going to say, fantasy land, right across the top, in case we need to be reminded. Anyway, I don't think you do. With that said, we're going to have more fun tomorrow morning, and we're going to watch more fakery across the board. What do you think? Like it? See you then. Bye.